Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Chluy Talk. Today, I got a very special guest, but before I introduce her, let's roll the intro. So today's guest is an actress slash model slash TikToker and social media influencer, originally from Australia. Currently based out of Los Angeles. Without further ado, this is the lovely, the wonderful, the beautiful, talented, and humorous, funny Debbie Sath. How are you, Debbie?
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for being my guest.
You're welcome. It's an honor to meet you.
Likewise. Yeah, so I guess we've been friends on social media for a long time, and it's cool to see you grow into just like an influencer, and just like I just started seeing all kinds of comedy skits, which I love to watch. Before we get into all the comedy and the stuff like that, I just want to know a little bit more about who you are, and just tell our guests and listeners, viewers, a little about yourself. Like, what was it like growing up in the land down under?
Well, I am Australian born and raised. My parents moved there. They were refugees in Thailand after, the Khmer Rouge happened. So I grew up in suburban area. Life in Australia was pretty awesome. I had a lot of fun. I did grow up in like a more white neighborhood. And my parents says that they did move around quite a bit. And then, about 3 years ago, I decided to move to LA to pursue acting. And yeah, I love it.
Australia, what's it like over there, growing up in Australia?
Honestly, I love Australia. I think the foods there are very different. In terms of entertainment, when I was growing up, we didn't see a lot of Asian representation on TV. This is why I was struggling to find, work in entertainment in Australia. And it's like, this is why I moved to LA. There's some things that I miss there, like the food, coffee shops, nightlife, things like that.
Awesome. I love your Australian accent.
Oh my God, I hate it.
Yeah? No, I think it's cool. Yeah.
I wish I had the American accent, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So both of your parents are Khmer, right? So.
They're both Cambodian. Yeah.
That's cool. Do you have any siblings, or how did you? What was your relationship like with your fam?
I'd say we have a very close relationship. I actually have a very big family. Oh crap! I might have to count how many siblings I have. That's how many. That's not off the top of my head. My older sister, me, sister.
1, 2, 3,
There's 7 of us, including me. 7.
Oh wow, that's a big family.
I know, we have a really big family. And
are you the youngest or oldest, or?
I'm actually the second oldest.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're the only family that actually had moved to Australia. And I moved to LA by myself. But yeah, my auntie, I have one surviving auntie on my dad's side. She lives in Canada, and the rest of my mum's family, they live in Cambodia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're kind of all separate.
And they all like support you moving out here and just chasing your dreams and stuff? They're pretty supportive, or were they, how they reacted?
Well, so I actually had really strict parents. And they used to be like really strict growing up. So my background is banking and finance. I actually used to work in banking. And if I had to be honest, they wouldn't have supported my modeling career. So I actually did that without them knowing.
Okay.
I modeled without them knowing. And I remembered when I did my first pageant, I was telling my parents, "Do you want to come? I'm going to be doing a pageant." And they're just like, "Where is this coming from? Why are you doing a pageant?" And my mom was really worried for me. But to be honest, I knew I was going to win. Not to sound cocky, I was one of the shorter girls that was in the competition. But I don't know. I just had a feeling I was going to win. And I ended up winning it. And then they're just like, "Wow, where did this come from? This is odd." But what had happened was my modeling career was starting to take off, and like my aunties and uncles were starting to call my parents. I saw her on the magazine, I saw her on the website, I saw her on here, and I was trying to hide it from them, but I couldn't anymore because I remembered one time I was on the front cover of the newspaper, and it came to the house, and my dad was just like, "What is this? Why are you in a bikini?"
On the front page of the newspaper? Wow. So did you get in trouble or by your dad, or what happened?
Yeah, we had to have a talk because I couldn't hide it from them anymore. I was, like my family from overseas is calling my parents, and then like even the Cambodian community, they were talking about me because they were just like, why is she? Because honestly, out of all the modeling that I did import modeling, and some of the photos are a little bit raunchy, like in bikinis and stuff.
Yeah,
so
I think that's how I first discovered who you are. I think I saw you on like some Import Tuner magazine or something like that. Because I was big into like the Fast and Furious era when like the cars were in the import scene. So I was like, and then I later found out you're Khmer. So I think I added you on Facebook, and the rest was history. So I've been following you since. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's when we had to have a talk. So I did have a talk with my mum and my dad, and they knew that I was, being invited to like the, Playboy Mansion and stuff like that. My dad's like, whatever you do, don't do Playboy, don't do nude photos.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, dang. But like, I respect their wishes, and I'm just like, okay, cool. I'll just keep it, as like implied and mostly bikini. But even like that, my mom would look at my photos and she'd be like, this bikini is too small. It's almost showing your pacifiers. My mom
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but now they're like super cool. They're so proud of me.
That's
and
good.
now they're very supportive because obviously,
You're doing good for yourself. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think eventually they usually they turn out to be supportive. Because how my parents are, they're really traditional. Like they didn't even want me to do like entertainment or comedy or like music, But eventually, they're like, yo, this is like, is this what you like to do? Then it's like, because you know how Asian parents are. They just want you to, they have their own dreams in their head. They, be a doctor, be a lawyer, be a cop. They have their own dreams for you. But
my parents were so strict. There was a few professions that I wanted to be. I was like, Dad, can I be a real estate agent? He's like, no, because you're going to get murdered when you're doing when
you watch a lot of crime shows, huh?
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, what can I be? And then I chose banking and finance, and I was just like, holy shit, this is boring. This is crap. Like, I'm not going to do this for the rest of my life. So it's just But I get what you mean.
Yeah, that's cool. You're chasing your dreams. So when you moved to LA, how was that like? Did you what expectations did you have moving to LA? Were you scared, nervous, excited? Let me know. I love LA, by the way.
LA loves you. Well, to be honest, what had happened was I had plans to move to London. So I was going to apply for a visa to move to London, but at the time I was just like, I was with my ex-boyfriend at the time, and we decided she would move to Europe, maybe Canada. But last minute we decided to move to Canada, and then what had happened was I got my visa approved for Canada, and then a few weeks later I just out of the whim applied for a US visa, and that got approved. So I got 2 visas approved. And then I'm like, holy shit, what am I going to do? Okay, I'm just going to go to LA first, and then I'll go to Canada. And then I think in a few weeks, I sold everything, packed everything, just went on a whim and just like, yep, moving. I didn't even think about it. I just did it.
Wow, by yourself? At the time, how old were you? Like in your 20s?
Oh, no. Actually, it was only just 3 years ago.
Oh, 3 years ago.
I was just traveling back and forth from LA to Australia because I was just, getting work, like doing import modeling and stuff. But like I was mainly based in Australia. Oh. But I only just moved 3 years ago, and pretty much one of the hardest things anyone could do, moving to another country by themselves.
Wow, and LA is like super expensive too. So
it's Yes.
LA and New York. That's like,
have,
like when you're LA or New York, they're like the top most expensive places in the US. Well, also Hawaii, but
and also Melbourne actually. So Melbourne and Sydney actually
also
rank the
similar.
top 10 most expensive cities in the world. So, but like Australia's kind of different from LA. All the luxuries that I used to do on the weekly in Australia, I can't really do here because like getting nails done in Australia, something like $30. But if I want to get my nails done here, it's going to cost me like over $100. So I can't get my nails done regularly, things like that. But it is what it is. I'm happy here. I love it here so much. I get to do what I love. The weather's awesome. And I've created like a solid group of just like friends that I just get to work with. So
nice, solid network. Yeah, I see you everywhere on social media, on more recently TikTok. You're blowing up, and I'm proud of you. And now that IG Reels came out, we take it. We taking advantage of that because it helps. With like presence and just like following and stuff, and just doing something different, just adapting with social media and how it changes and algorithms and stuff like that. So, what are your thoughts on like social media in general, and how does it help your career out?
Sorry, can I just let my dog out? He's just annoying me.
Yeah, no problem. It's a cute dog, by the way. What's his name?
Oh, I'll show you.
Is it a Pomeranian?
Yeah. His name is Cole, but you can call him a handsome son. Say hey.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Cole? Big... Oh, he's smiling. He's chilling.
He's a spoiled little boy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll split it out.
I love dogs.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think what I was asking. I think that what I asked was like, so how do you feel about like the changes in social media and like just adapting with the updates and like the reels, the innovation of the TikToks and stuff like that? How's social media help your career as far as presence and stuff like that, and building a following?
Social media has played a huge role in just my career pretty much. Like when I was in Australia and I was struggling to get entertainment work, it was because of my Facebook. I had a Facebook fan page that blew up at, I had like 2.9 million followers. Wow. I didn't have it anymore, but because I had such a big following, and this was before Instagram, because I had a big following on Facebook, that pretty much opened the doors for me being an Asian model and an Asian influencer at the time in Australia. So because of that, I was able to get like Ring Girl on Fox Sports, my very first front cover of an Australian magazine, which I never thought I could have as an Asian, and things like that. And obviously social media has changed because after that, it's like Instagram's blowing up, and now like TikTok, and now like Triller's trying to get up
Triller,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like life and everything is always evolving. So you just have to learn to adapt
and just get hit with it. Yeah.
Like, what is the algorithm? How do we tackle it? How do we do it? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But like, I don't know. Like, I think it's because I surround myself with a lot of people who are influencers. I learn to adapt really quickly. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, out of modeling and acting, which one did you like more? Which one was modeling your first love, or because that's how I know you from? So, or did you like, you're just kind of doing what you love, just going with the flow?
I would say right now I love acting. Prior to that, I would have said I love modeling, and I didn't even like acting before. But in all honesty, like I actually used to be a dancer. So I was a dancer first. And then what had happened was I was just like, I got inspired by these import models that came to Australia. And I was just like, wow, like these girls are so beautiful, and they're like my height, and they could be models. I didn't even know that was possible. So yeah, I decided I was going to be a model. And then like I remember telling my dance friends this after we finished like a major competition. I was just like, hey, I want to be a model. And I remember them all laughing at me. And then I remember feeling so angry and upset. I'm just going to be a model just to like prove them wrong.
Right.
Like so dumb. Because then I was thinking, did I really, really want to be a model? Did I do it to prove them wrong? I don't know. But then I ended up really, really loving it, and end up, I guess somewhat gaining some traction from it. But acting was something I didn't know I would get into because I didn't think it could be a real career. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I wasn't surrounded by people who supported going after a crazy dream. You know, it was kind of like I was surrounded by people who was just like, get the safe job, do what's safe. You can't have that dream. It's too big. So when I changed my mindset, you know, and I think like I overcame my fear, that's when I decided, okay, I'm just going to go for it. And if I fail, at least like I tried. So, yeah, anyway, I think I went on a bit of a tangent. Acting. Sorry.
No. It's good info. So I think LA is a place to be for acting. So you're surrounded by, you know, everything, all the tools you need to succeed, you know, the network. It's an acting city.
Exactly. I was like, if I'm going to be an actor, I am going to be working. If I want to be the best actor, I want to be working with the best actors. So I was thinking, where are they? It's Hollywood. So I actually moved to Hollywood.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm like right in the middle of Hollywood right now.
Awesome. You're by the Hollywood sign?
I am right at the step outside my building is like the stars, pretty much. I'm right on sun, pretty much.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Kind of. Hollywood's a bit weird.
Yeah. Hollyweird or Hollywood?
Hollyweird. It is Hollyweird. Yeah. If you've been to Hollywood, you'll see. Like,
I've been to the you know, once when I went to the Walk of Fame and just quick touristy stuff. But what do you like about Hollywood? Living in Hollywood, and what are your dislikes?
Well, pros and cons. One of the things I love is that I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of people who are just so expressive in their art. I'm just like around all these creatives who are so talented, like in acting, singing, writing, producing, or just creating something. And I'm just inspired every single day. And that's one thing I love about being here. One thing I hate about being here is, not going to lie, it actually is a pretty toxic environment, can be a very toxic environment. And that's one thing I learned about moving here very quickly is who I could trust, who I could be friends with, what type of jobs I can get that is safe, especially for a girl like me, and people's motives in terms of, you know, wanting to help you in work or whatever. So, that is the con. Oh, and maybe homelessness and healthcare. Healthcare is more likely to America. Homelessness, it kind of it's something that I didn't get used to. Like living in Australia, we kind of don't really have that, you know, situation. So having to live in a fairly secured building that is actually quite expensive to live in, and then walking outside and having like a bunch of homeless people outside is just kind of just a bit of a culture shock to me. That I'm not used to. Yeah.
Is LA where you see yourself for a long time, or do you just? Is there any other places you want to live in the future, or is LA your base now?
LA is definitely probably will be my base. I have moved here permanently. I would probably like to go to Australia every now and then. Probably. Well, my plan was to go every single year. I don't know with COVID happening, but to go every like at the end of the year to Australia. But yeah, it will definitely be LA for sure, California. I do plan on like upgrading maybe one day to live in like Beverly Hills. That's my ultimate goal.
You'll get there. I believe in you.
Oh, bless.
How you been holding up during the pandemic, and how did it affect your daily flow?
Well, it obviously did affect me. It affected my work, and we weren't allowed to go out. I was cooped up in the house. I was still making content with my friends through Zoom and things like that. I did take a bit of a break from social media just so I can just ground myself, you know, with everything that is going on, because what had happened was, and not only did I take a break from social media, I took a break from some of my friends because like there was just so much negativity that was just happening, and I didn't want to be around that. So I used the time to just like focus on myself, my mental health, my well-being, and like meditate and things like that. Yeah, like I think mental health is the most important thing that you could do. Just look after yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what I mostly concentrated on. And after I got myself grounded and, was good to go again, then I started writing. So I used my time. I actually do write, and I'm not sure you do know this, but I actually produce as well. So, I just use that time to just write skits, edit. I love editing. Have so
So
much
you
fun
do all
doing
the
that.
editing and stuff, like your skits? You edit your skits and
Mm-hmm.
you write your
Yep.
scripts? That's awesome.
Yep, so I write my scripts. I edit, but I also have an editor that I work with too. I do a little bit of directing. I'm not that good at it, but sometimes I get like my friends to help me. But I also have a camera guy that I use who is also my editor, and he helps direct some of our skits that we do as well.
That's awesome. That's good to have like a solid team that you could rely on and just work together. And
I feel like having just a solid team, like a foundation, is so important, especially because we're just a whole bunch of creators that have moved from different countries and different states. We didn't have anyone. We didn't have our family here. So the people that we work with is essentially our family. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And we spend so much time together. So it's like, how do you grow? It's, it's hard to like grow on your own. It's just easier to grow as a team. And, I love seeing my friends grow. Some of them are just killing it on TikTok right now. A lot of them have millions of followers.
Right.
And I love seeing my friends succeed because it's just like their success is my success. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, yeah.
I feel the same way, like I always root for my people too, like my
and the Cambodians as well.
Yeah, shout out to the Khmer people. They supported from day one, so it's like I'm always gonna show them love and stuff. So, but yeah,
shout out to you. Like when I was following you, I was in Cambodia. I was in Australia, and your skit that came out, "Hang Jong Tver Gang," yeah.
Yeah.
And me and my sisters, we'll just say that quote to each other because we were just so obsessed with the quote.
Yeah.
And then I had been following your crew for a real long time, and I'll put my hands up. I'm actually a huge fan.
No
so
way. Oh,
having
I'm flattered.
to collab, having to collab on this skit was the highlight of my year. And I was most excited to do the skit with you out of all the people. And I've worked with a lot of people too.
I was really excited that you wanted to do a skit, it was like, I'm like, let's do it, because I feel like it's important to collab and, build that network and just, I play the Khmer dad role pretty well, I guess, I mean, that phrase, "Hang Jong Tver Gang" is what I grew up on. So prior to my first video, that skit I did, I had no desire to do comedy. I just did that for fun on YouTube, and it blew up. So it was like, from then on, that phrase changed my life. So I was like, and I guess it changed a lot of people's life too, because a lot of people relate to it because, as Khmer American growing up in America, we were from the 90s, there was no choice but join gangs, like our older brothers and, and like cousins and stuff because of racism and all that, because we're immigrants. So it was like, I kind of poke fun at just my parents, but I never crossed the line. So that's what I feel like the longevity of my skits is like. I don't like to cuss too much, especially the hardcore Khmer words, because my mom's now on Facebook, so I gotta be on my best behavior. So I gotta, I gotta make sure, I don't disgrace her.
Of course. And when I moved to LA, that was one thing that I had to learn about the history of Cambodians moving to Long Beach and the gangs and all that stuff too. Because growing up as a Cambodian Australian, it was different.
Yeah, it's like kangaroo gangs, right?
I'll be honest, the only gang that I knew of, one Cambodian gang, which they were called the Cambo Clowns, but they were high school kids. And
really?
I don't think they killed any.
How did they pull out? Will they be like, "What's up, mate? You got a problem, mate?" I can't imagine an Australian gang saying that to me, but no disrespect to the gangs. But that's funny though. I'm just trying to picture it. That's hilarious.
I didn't know anything about gangs or anything like that. And growing up, I didn't have many Cambodian friends. I grew up in the high school. I went to two schools. The second school that I went to, the second school was I grew up with Filipinos. So my whole group of girlfriends were all Filipino. So I was kind of, in a sense, Filipino washed. But like, it was just so different because when I came here, I was having to speak to some of my friends who grew up in Long Beach and their experiences and like growing up in the gang life and how they related to minorities and all that. It was just so, I was like mind blown. So that's why like I love the fact that you shed light in a comedic way, but at the same time, there is like a deep rooted history behind why that is a saying, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
It's kind of like our PTSD because, you know, our parents, that's what they feared the most is us joining a gang, going to jail or just dying. So it's like, you know, I think they felt like if you join a gang, your chances of going to jail and dying are you know, are high. So it's like,
yeah, you know, and obviously they moved here to give us a better life.
Exactly.
And yeah, but with my parents, they were saying, don't do this because there's going to be druggers there. Don't catch the bus. There'll be druggers there. Don't go out with your friends. There'll be druggers there.
That's pretty much the, you know, their fear, you know, drugs and peer pressure and just, you know, getting in trouble and stuff like that. But yeah. So like for the viewers, like by the time this comes out, I think you guys will already see our collaboration comedy skit we did together. So it's like a lot of people pointed out, oh, that's Gina Darling. Like I didn't notice till later. It's like, yo, they pointed out, like, yo, that's awesome that you guys have. Like, yeah, you know, that's she's popping on social media. So I was like, wow, that's
Gina is so
look at you,
awesome.
Girl. You got a solid network, so it's like good to collab with people. You never know, you know. A lot of people don't know me. I'm just well known in the Khmer community, so I'm definitely want to level up and just make general comedy for everybody too. You know.
To be honest, out of the Cambodian, and this is why I felt so strongly like that I wanted to collaborate with you, because in terms of Cambodian people who are in the entertainment industry, do you know what I mean? Like I don't know that many. You're the only one that I know that's doing a podcast, like, and, you know, does comedy and stuff. So it's just like we need to kind of feel, you know, stick to a community and kind of just like support each other in that sense to help each other grow, to get more Cambodians well known into, you know.
Definitely, yeah. I feel like, you know, we all have something to bring to the table, and, you know, if you win, we all win, you know. That's how I feel with my team, with my people, and just because, you know, this podcast, I think I've been talking about this podcast, like I've been wanting to do it just in my mind, you know, for a long time, but, you know, I just doing all kinds of research and just kind of just hesitant because I don't know what to do and I don't know how to start. You know, like my communication skills wasn't, you know, I used to be just a nervous wreck all the time. I didn't really like talking on camera, and now I'm using this as practice to get better.
Relatable.
I'm using Instagram to get, you know, and our stories. I'm using that to get more comfortable speaking because, like, yo, if we do comedy, there's no reason why we should have some sort of communication skill. I think it's important to be a human and communicate face to face, and that's a personal skill that I want to improve in my life to be better at. Just you know, just don't hold so much things in. Just, you know, give people my views, especially talking with my loved ones. You know, I don't want to hold anything in. I just want to be able to communicate with them. So this is good. So I started off with a lot of my friends on my podcast. A lot of my friends that are, you know, just doing something, promoting their, you know, their business or just their real estate or whatever they want, you know. And then eventually I just want to have everybody too, you know, just anybody. It don't matter if you don't have to be Khmer. I want it to be open for anyone to spark a, you know, a conversation, a dialogue, you know. Definitely want to talk to everybody, you know. It's open to everyone. So it's like, you know, I feel like, you know,
you're evolving. It's happening.
Yeah, like, I feel like, you know, I feel like we have to, like, you know, get out of our comfort zone. So that's, you know, that's like, you know, it's like you jumping into acting from modeling, and, you know, just like I feel like the sky's the limit. You know, there's always challenge yourself. You know, there's other things I've been wanting to learn too, like how to cook more home cooked meals.
Food?
You know, yeah, Khmer food especially. I learned a couple dishes.
Like YouTube stuff.
YouTube. I learned a couple dishes on YouTube from Cambodian mom recipe, like salamachu grung. So I was like, you know that's legit. If somebody's mom, you know what I mean? I used to eat like noodles, you know, just like cup noodles. So I was like, yo, can't live like that. Why not make a wholesome meal anytime I want? You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have any like any crazy stories, funny stories, or something? you want to share? Any cool experiences? You meet any celebrities walking down Hollywood?
Sway Lee tried to hit on me.
Who'd you say?
And there's actually there's a TikTok on it. There's a TikTok that I uploaded to, and I pretended I didn't know who he was. But
I didn't
is it
catch
Sway
it.
Lee?
Oh, Sway Lee. I remember him. I'm trying to think of his rap group, but I know Sway Lee.
You know the song Sunflower with Post Malone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sway Lee was part of a group, I think.
Yeah, Ray Shrimmed.
Yeah, Ray Shrimmer. I'm trying to think of it. Why'd you tell me? I'm over here
Sorry.
like, yo, he's part of.
So you
Yeah,
needed help.
I think I saw that. I saw that skit. That's dope. Was that
Actually,
planned? Oh, yeah, it was like
what?
you didn't know for real he was a rapper.
No, it was planned. I was at one of the clubs that my friend manages, and I was outside, and there was a whole bunch of paparazzis around. And then I bonded with one of the Australian paparazzis, and he's like, "There's Sway Lee. You should go say hi." I'm like, "Okay." So I go say hi, and I didn't know that they were recording the whole time. And when we were talking, I guess he was being like really flirty, and then like I'm like, "Hey, can I ask for a photo?" And then that was it. And then we went away, and then I think it was a few years later, my friends messaged me, and she's like, "Oh my God, this is you!" And I'm like, "There's a clip that says when celebrities flirt with fans," and it has something like 7 million views on it. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, "Oh my God, that's me! That is so embarrassing." And I'm just like, and then my friends, my family, they're just like, this is you. Oh my God, this is Sway Lee, blah, blah, blah. It's like, haha, dare, blah, whatever. I'm like, oh my God, whatever. And then my friend Linda Duong, she's like, you should just upload it on TikTok and be like, this rapper tried to hit on me, but I didn't know who he is, but he's kind of cute.
So 7 million views. So that's like exposure. At the end of the day, that's like exposure for you. So did a lot of people tag you? Like, that's Debbie. Anyone notice?
A few of my just friends from around the world, they just notice me, but like, but no, I don't. I to be honest, it's kind of not something I want to be known for.
I'm
a little bit embarrassed by it.
Right.
Yeah, a little bit shy. But
I feel you.
Yeah.
So out of all the like platforms, social media platforms, do you have a favorite? I think mine right now is Instagram, but I'm leaning towards TikTok. There's so much to learn about TikTok. So I want to pick your brain. Like, what do you like most about TikTok? I mean, there's like algorithms different. It's a whole different audience, but it's like so many different things you could learn as well. I'm out there learning how to be a producer, music tips, and all kinds of stuff. It's like more than just dance. You know, it's like a lot of type of niches. That's what they do in TikTok. It's a lot of niche people people that have specialized in certain things.
I think that's what why a lot of people are moving to TikTok. And right now, my favorite is actually TikTok. And the reason why my favorite is TikTok is because I could be more authentically myself. I get to do what I love. Like, I love making skits. I love writing. I love making people smile. I love making people laugh. With Instagram, it's more like of a resume, and everything is a bit more kind of just like a lot of perfection of like showing people things and having the right captions and stuff like that. And it's kind of like being phased out slowly. So that's why a lot of people are moving to TikTok, because people can be themselves, people can make videos, people can connect with people. There's learning clips, you know what I mean? And it's just, I think that's why. And also the algorithms like works differently as well, because people who you don't follow come up on your For You page. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
And I think their video editing plugin is like crazy, next level. Like their green screen like is way better than like Instagram has to catch up. If they, you know, like you can only do so much with Reels. You don't have all those green screen. You know, a lot of people use green screen on TikTok, which is like, you know, I just started to figure out how.
Green screen is fun.
Yeah, so it's like,
and I didn't know Instagram
so
does
creative.
need to catch up. Like the Reels on Instagram is so
it's lacking.
Shit.
Yeah.
I just upload because of obligation to just manage my followers.
Right.
Otherwise, I wouldn't even use Reels. But it is what it is. I mean, TikTok is so much fun. It can be addictive though.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I spend I find myself just scrolling on the For You page and just finding random stuff, you know, and just seeing all kinds of stuff, and just not just dance routine, just like a lot of informational stuff too. And There's all different sides of TikTok. There's like, you have reached scammer TikTok. There's people.
Oh,
I'm like, what the heck is this? There's a scammer TikTok teaching you how to credit card scam. I'm like, what the? Isn't that illegal? But it's like
you're on scammer TikTok. I get on spiritual TikTok actually.
Spiritual TikTok is dope. Like the woke people, and
that's me.
Yeah, that's cool. Are you into like what's the astrology and all that?
I'm not into astrology, but I would say I'm spiritual. Like I do meditate every day. I practice visualization. I have a gratitude book. I believe a lot in energy and crystals and things like that. And I believe very, very strongly in my faith. So spiritual in that sense, where my parents are they're practicing Buddhists and they believe so strongly in Buddhism.
Yeah, same with mine, yeah.
Yeah, I would say I do believe in Buddha, but I believe in God. I believe in the universe. I believe in everything. I believe in we're all just one consciousness.
Right.
Yeah, that's my views. But I wouldn't, I would respect other people's beliefs, religions, and views. I would never try and persuade, preach, or like this Jehovah's Witness.
Convert people.
Yeah. Dude, are annoying, don't you think?
Yeah, they tell their story. I'm like, come on, man. I respect it, but
Yeah.
I feel like life is I believe in higher power and stuff. I feel like life don't have to be that complicated. Just do right and good things will happen. Just know right from wrong. I feel like I think God He doesn't want to make it difficult. You just got to figure it out on your own. Just do the right thing and you're blessed. You know what I mean? I believe in karma too. Stuff like that.
Same.
Yeah, so
it's whatever you give out to the universe, it comes back to you.
Yep.
So
I think it's that simple. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people do things just for good karma. I don't do things for the good karma. I do things because I genuinely just want to do good things.
Right.
Out of my own good free will. But yeah, I do practice being kind to people and consciously being kind to people. But at this time, I'll probably say, I feel like I'm very blessed. Like I'm very happy. I'm very lucky. It's probably the most happiest I've ever been.
You're doing good, and I'm proud of you. I support you, and I'm looking forward to what what's next. What's your?
I'm looking forward to what's next for you as well. Your podcast, isn't it?
Yo, let's all level up.
Yeah.
What are your ultimate goal? Do you plan on being what's it called the big screen, making films, or just any short film stuff, or just mainly for skits, or do you want to shoot a movie?
All of the above, actually.
Yeah.
I actually produced and acted in my very first pilot that we did last year, and this actually had already won 4 awards this year, and it's going. It's a short film. We're going to release it at the end of the year. So I'm already doing that. But yeah, I do want to get into short films. I want to act into I want to get onto the big screens and Netflix and Amazon. I also want to start producing. I want to start writing. I would love to one day build a platform and write a script for Cambodians.
Oh wow.
It will happen one day. It's in here. I'm going to visualize it. I'm going to put it out there in the universe. But I would love to have a platform for us to some type of sitcom or something. That would be cool.
Shoot, let me audition.
You don't have to audition. You already got the part for the dad.
I'll be an extra. I'll be in the background.
You'll be the Cambodian dad.
Right. I'll play that. Got you. Yo, congratulations on that. On your success. I didn't know that part that you produced a short film that has won some awards for a pilot film that won some awards in a film festival.
Yeah, film festival. It's done a few film festivals. It won 4 awards for the pilot and web series category. So we had an awesome cast. The person who wrote the is actually a series. Series 1, season 2 season 1, season 2 had already been written. And one of my close friends, his name is Jake Hunter, who has an Emmy, by the way. He wrote the script, and the person who directed it actually is a Sundance Award winner. We had just an amazing cast, because the cast is all influencers and actors. We came together to help produce and push this short film. But at the end of the year, it will be public, and if anyone's interested to watch it, you guys can. I play one of the characters. One of the characters is an interesting character, but yeah, if you guys are interested, you guys can watch it at the end of the year.
Oh yeah, make sure you let me know about it. I definitely share it, let my people know, and you definitely want to support you.
For sure, thank you.
You got everything going for you. I feel like you're gonna do well. There's no limit for you. The world is yours. Gotten to know you a lot better on a personal level, and I appreciate you coming on my podcast and sharing.
Thank you for inviting me.
Sharing your stories, and I think to end this on a positive note, I have these pod decks. They're my sponsors, but they're basically like podcast interview questions, and
okay.
I'm gonna ask you some questions right off the deck, if that's cool with you.
Yes, go for it.
All right. If there was a sandwich named after you, what would be on it?
Vegemite.
Oh, I said it. Vegemite. For the people that don't know, what is Vegemite? Is it like a candy, or is it like a chocolate? Like
Vegemite
Australian.
Is yeast extract. And
wow.
you just spread it on bread and butter, and it is the shit. And
so was it like the U.S. Equivalent? Is it like a mayonnaise? Is it like a spread? Like
what
would you compare? Nothing compared to
it? Nothing.
Send me some Vegemite. I want a sample. I want to do a little mukbang with Vegemite. Where can I get Vegemite? Okay. Is it hard to get? It's not in USA?
No, I've got like 3 of them in my pantry. I just get it from the international store.
Oh, okay.
They have the international store, and there's the Australian section, and they have like the Vegemite and the Tim Tams and the Aussie snacks.
Okay. Second question. What's the worst job you've ever had?
Oh, God.
Name them all. Now's the time.
Okay. So one time my sister decided that she wanted to work picking flowers on a farm. And then she's like, oh, you can make some money. I was like, whatever, summer, I'm not doing anything. That was the worst job ever, because I have a phobia of spiders. And I remember this one time there was like this giant spider, like it was this big, as big as my hand. Wow. And I was trying to chop it, and I had to get it, and it was a giant, and I was just like, ah!
Wow, that's crazy.
That was the worst job ever because of the spider.
I would have walked out on the job.
I was like, I'm never gonna do anything like a labor job ever again because of just the bugs.
Right. Okay, spiders. Okay, what is your favorite body part about yourself?
Wow. Probably my brain.
I dig it. That's a good answer.
Should that be considered?
Yeah, that's a body part. What's your main body part?
Yeah, I'd say my brain because I wouldn't want to be anyone else but myself. And I think I'm grateful that I have my brain, because I have a lot of friends who are negative, and I'm glad I'm not like that. I find myself a very positive person, and I love my mindset. I love how I can forget things easily because when there's something bad that happens and I can forget about it just like that, serves me well. That's why I say my brain.
Yeah, without your brain, you can't function, Definitely
yeah, I wouldn't be alive, obviously.
Yeah, brains and beauty.
Oh, thank you.
Hello, Sath.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. All right, another question. What do you value most in your friends? Brains?
I think I value like loyalty, integrity, and just kindness and love. To me, integrity is everything. And especially, and just, love. I think love is just the most important thing. I have so many friends that, the little things that they do is the act of love. Do you know what I mean? Just like, just like checking, like I remember I just kind of went missing for a little bit on social media, and I had a friend that just messaged me and it's like, hey, are you okay? Just little things like that. That's love. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the little things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always just
I
the
totally
little
feel it.
things. Yeah, I think that's just so important. Yeah.
Yeah, little
Also
things.
cheesy. Love.
No, love is the most important, I think. Okay, another question. What's your guilty pleasure?
Okay, my guilty pleasure, and not many people know this about me, is at nighttime, like I binge eat junk food.
Oh, really? What are some of your
I,
favorite things to eat? Like ice cream, or do you have? Are you lactose?
um,
I ate some ice cream last night, but it was lactate ice cream, so you know.
you're a true Asian if you're
Yeah.
lactose.
But I don't eat sweets much, but it's like, I was craving it for some reason. Like, I had to eat it. Ate a whole
So you
tub.
had my lactose. I used to have an addiction with Ruffles. I used to love eating Cheetos. I love eating chocolate. Japanese snacks. Oh my god! Like those prawn crackers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love
Of
those.
course.
Yeah.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Junk food. I can't
Yeah,
even
no,
tell
not
you.
many
You got a good figure. I can't even tell. You stay fit. Okay.
No, I don't. Trust me. Let's not go there.
All right. Okay, last question. If you could send a message to the entire world, what would you say in 30 seconds? And we'll end it like that.
Okay, just go after your dreams, because fear is just all in the head. If somebody puts down your dreams, like honestly, cut those people out of your life. Surround yourself with people who will uplift you. Work on yourself. Love yourself. You can do it.
Very good. I agree.
Was that 30 seconds?
No, it's probably shorter, but it's perfect.
Oh,
I like,
dang.
you're straight to the point, I dig it. So, thank you, Debbie, for being my guest. And I would love to, do a follow-up with you one day. Maybe, check up on you in a few months or something. I think by then you're probably be on a movie or something on TV.
Aww.
You know what I mean? Don't forget about the little people, Don't forget about the little people when you make it,
No, it's not like that.
I mean,
at
so
all.
when I hit you up on your DM, you better
Brandon.
not leave me on red. And I know you're busy, but just give me an emoji or something. Let me know that you've seen my message, and I just kidding. All right.
Thank you so much for having me on this podcast. I really enjoyed it so much. Thank you for the work that you do, and for giving us a voice in the Cambodian community. Much respect.
Thank you so much for the love as well. And until next time, people. See you on the next one.
Bye.